Hi everyone, it's Mo here and welcome to my YouTube channel. This video is the Game Week 9 preview where I'm going to give you the fixtures, I'm going to give you the matchups, I'm going to give you the head-to-head and some form and some stats which could help you with any tight 50-50 decisions you have. Now, before we get into the video, I want you to do me a favor. Please like, subscribe, and share with anyone else that you think might enjoy this video. I'd really appreciate that. I'm trying my best to reach the 200 subscribers. I can only do that with your help. So yeah, I'd really appreciate a like and a subscribe. Right. The first game for Game Week 9 is the Merseyside derby. It's Liverpool versus Everton at Anfield. Let's have a look at the form coming into this game. Liverpool have lost 1 and drawn. Everton have won 2 and lost 1. So Everton are not bad shape coming into this game. But how do they fare in the head-to-head? Well, Liverpool have won 2 and drawn 1. So not great for Everton actually when it comes to the head-to-head. Couple of stats for you, mainly Salah related. Why? Because I think he's one of the best captains this game week. He scored 5 goals in 9 league appearances against Everton, decent ratio. He's got 27 goal contributions in 23 Premier League games. I mean, that's incredible. And he's also either scored or assisted in 12 consecutive games at Anfield. Again, another powerful stat there for you. Should help you make up your mind for him being captain. The next fixture is Bournemouth versus Wolves. Now, coming into this game, Bournemouth look in bad shape. 3 losses in a row, so they're going to be looking to bounce back. And this is a fixture, really, they should be targeting for a win. Otherwise, it's going to be a bleak, difficult season ahead. Wolves, on the other hand, come into it with a little bounce. They've got 2 draws and a win, so they'll be happy and they'll be optimistic to try and get something in this game. Head-to-heads, though, again, very even. I think it's a win each and a draw, so not much to take from that in the last 3 outings. Stat, 1 for each team. I'm going to give you 1 for Neto, who's has got 5 assists this season, playing really, really well. This is the Neto that's turned up that we thought would turn up last season, but he's here this season, so we'll take it. I think 5 assists makes him the tie for the highest assists in the Premier League, so not bad at all. And for Bournemouth, Dominic Solanke, he's got 3 goals. He's the main threat for them this season. He started actually pretty well. They're going to need him to turn up if they're going to get anything from this game. The next fixture is Brentford versus Burnley. Let's have a look at the form coming into this game. Brentford have come into it not looking good actually with 2 losses and a draw. Burnley a little better with 2 losses and a win. How do the head-to-heads fare? Let's have a look. Burnley actually come out on top on this, winning 2 games and Brentford winning 1. So pretty even so far if we're looking at the historical matchups. Next up, a couple of stats for you regarding this game. One that really surprised me is both teams have only won 1 game so far this season. That surprised me. I thought Brentford had won a bit more actually, but no. I had to double check that. Mbeumo, the danger man, has scored 4 goals this season, but blanked in the last 4 games. Danger man for Burnley is Foster. He scored a goal and assisted in the last 2 games. The next fixture is a juicy fixture, and it's Manchester City versus Brighton. Manchester City come into this with 2 losses and a win, which is quite rare saying considering how they started this season, practically winning every game. Brighton coming into this with a mixed bag with a loss, a draw and a win. Now the head-to-heads, Brighton's got 1 draw and Man City's 1-2. So Man City pretty strong in this fixture. So some stats for you. So Matoma has got 3 goals, 1 assist this season, but he's up against Kyle Walker, one of the most difficult defenders to come against. So that's going to be a lovely matchup. City have beaten Brighton 10 out of the 12 games they've played, recent games they've played. Oof, not looking good for Brighton at all. If City was to lose this game, it'll be the first time since 2016 March that they've lost 3 in a row. Shows you how strong they've been. And to add even more weight to this, City have won 20 games in a row in all competitions at the Etihad. Whew, that record alone. So it's not looking good for Brighton. It's not looking good at all. But one stat for potential Haaland captainers, which intrigued me, is he's blanked in the last 2 games and he's only had 1 shot. What do you think about that? There is Newcastle versus Crystal Palace. And let's look at the form coming into this. Newcastle come into this with 1 draw and 2 wins, looking in good shape. Crystal Palace as well though, undefeated, 2 draws and 1 win. How's the head-to-head looking though? Well, if there's ever a game you want to bank on a draw, this looks like it could be the one. They've drawn 3 times in a row. Some stats for you for this fixture. Newcastle United are the highest goal scorers in the Premier League so far. That one caught me by surprise. Crystal Palace, on the other hand, are one of the best defences in the Premier League so far this season, only conceding 7 goals. Very impressive. The last 3 fixtures between these two have been 0-0. This tells me play all your defenders from both. You could be in for another 0-0 here. Trippier owner should be excited because if he gets a clean sheet and he just gets an assist, all the bonuses, it's another haul for him. Danger men from both teams, I'd say Edouard, especially with Eze being out. Edouard's got 4 goals this season, looks in good shape. Then you've got Alexandre Isak. He's got 4 goals in the last 3 games, so he looks very dangerous. He just needs to be fit and start this fixture. The next fixture is Nottingham Forest versus Luton Town. And the form coming into this, Nottingham Forest have drawn 2 and lost 1. Luton Town have won 1 and lost 2. The head-to-heads, Luton Town's won 2 and there's been 1 draw. So Luton, just edged this fixture at the moment. Here's an impressive stat for you. Nottingham Forest have only lost 2 games from the last 18 in the Premier League. So they're very, very solid at home. That surprised me, that did. Luton, on the other hand, have had a tricky start to the Premier League campaign. They've only got 1 win, 1 draw, giving them 4 points from a terrible, terrible start. Morris is the danger man for Luton. He's already got 3 goals and 1 assist. And for Nottingham Forest, I'm going to go for Kieran Gibbs-White. He's got 2 assists so far, but you're looking, can he increase them stats in this game? This should be a game where he looks to get on the score sheet. This is a juicy fixture. Chelsea versus Arsenal, a London derby. Coming into this fixture, Arsenal coming into it in great shape. In fact, both teams do. Chelsea with 2 wins and a loss, Arsenal with 2 wins and a draw. But how do the head-to-head fare? Well, in fact, they're all in Arsenal's favour. If we look at the last 3, Arsenal's won all 3 of them. One of them being an impressive 4-0. Some stats for you for this game. Arsenal have beaten Chelsea 3 games in a row, so they definitely have the momentum in this fixture. Arsenal, again, been very strong defensively this season, kept 4 clean sheets and only conceded 6 goals. Very, very solid and one of the best in the Premier League. Chelsea, on the other hand, have won 2 games in a row for the first time this season, so they'll be pretty buoyant. Raheem Sterling being one of the danger men with 3 goals and 3 assists. Saka, the ever-present, the superstar for this Arsenal team with 4 goals and 3 assists. But is he fit? So that's going to be the key question for this game week, because if he is, Chelsea are going to be in trouble with Saka attacking that left back position. Next up, we have Sheffield United versus Manchester United. Coming into this game, Sheffield United have a bleak record. It's 3 losses in a row. Not looking good. Manchester United, on the other hand, have got 2 wins and a draw. So not too bad. Head-to-heads, again, not too bad. Sheffield United won the last one, but Manchester United won the 2 previous. So it's 2-1 to United. Here's an impressive stat for you. Manchester United have won 6 straight wins against promoted sides playing away. That's very impressive and not looking good for Sheffield United. And to compound and make things worse, Sheffield United have only 1 draw this season, 1 point. It's been a terrible start to the season and it's hard to look past the Manchester United win in this fixture. The danger men for Manchester United, it's Bruno Fernandes and Rashford. Bruno Fernandes has 1 assist and 2 goals, and he just recently scored for Portugal, so could be pretty confident. This could be the game where he hauls. And you've got Rashford again, he's had a tricky start to the season, but it took the goal lovely for England. Honestly, once he hits that, the keeper's just planted against it. He could not move. So maybe, again, he gains a bit of confidence from that fixture. The next fixture is another juicy fixture this game week, and it's Aston Villa versus West Ham. 2 teams having a really good season. Let's have a look at the form coming into this game. Aston Villa come into it with 1 draw and 2 wins. West Ham with a mixed bag, a loss, a win, and a draw. But how's the head-to-head looking? Well, West Ham have the upper hand in this. They've got 1 draw with Villa, but the 2 wins. So in the last 3 games, West Ham are up basically 2 and a draw. Here's some stats for you. Aston Villa have won 10 straight home games in the Premier League. What a compliment and what a great job Unai Emery is doing. Tells you how well Aston Villa are playing. Having said all of that, they've really struggled against West Ham. In fact, they've not beaten them in the last 10 games. To make things worse, West Ham have beaten Villa at Villa Park in the last 3 visits. Danger men for Aston Villa, Ollie Watkins. 4 goals, 7 assists. He's been pivotal this season and having a great campaign. Can he get on the score sheet this game week? Gerard Bowen, on the other hand, for West Ham, has scored in 4 away games. And if he scores in this game, it will equal Thierry Henry and Mohamed Salah as the only 2 players who scored in 5 consecutive away games in the Premier League. I mean, some stat for you there. And the last fixture in game week 9 is a Monday night football, and it's Spurs versus Fulham, another London derby. Let's have a look at the form coming into this game. Spurs, the league leaders, come into it with 2 wins and a draw. Still very, very strong. Fulham come into it with a mixed bag, a win, a draw, and a loss. But how's the head-to-head looking? Spurs win all the last 3. So not looking good for Fulham at the moment. Spurs are very strong on Monday Night Football. Had a quick look and I noticed they've got 11 victories from the last 16. I mean, that's pretty impressive. On the other hand, Fulham have struggled in the London derbies. They've got 0 wins from their last 10 fixtures. Not good. Clear danger man in this fixture is the Son. A lot of people looking to captain him. He's got 6 goals so far this season, which is interesting. The majority of his hauls have come away though. That's it. That's the video. It's a long roundup, but I've tried my best to give you some key stats, tried to give you the heads-to-heads, the form coming into this to help you, hopefully, with any of them tight 50-50 decisions you have. So if it has helped you, do me a favor. Like the video, subscribe, also share it with your friends. It might help them. I'd appreciate any feedback you've got. Get into the comments. I'm 100% going to reply back to you. I want to reach the next milestone, which is 200 subscribers. I can only do that with your help. So if you do me that favor, quick like and quick subscribe, and thank you very much.